Hello everyone, my name is Karen M. Flores and I would like to welcome you to our channel, Kabarks Mo sa P6. In this channel, you will learn about the program for operation of vectors. Additionally, you will be given the opportunity to answer your assignment or activities. We will be using spreadsheet to help you learn. I look forward to working with you through this channel. But wait, let me introduce my friends.
Hi guys! I'm Ayesa Nicole P. Candelario, kabarks mo sa P6.
Hello, I am Stephanie Brandy Duca, kabarks mo sa Physics.
Hey yo, what's up guys? I'm Raven Garcia, kabarks mo sa Physics.
Hi kabarks, I'm Bonjovi Gela, ang kabarks mo sa P6.
We are already done with the template, so let's input the given. At row 2, column B, input 3. To column C, input 7. At row 2, column D, input negative 6. Let's do the row 3. At row 3, column B, input negative 5. At row 3, column C, input 4. At row 3, column D, input 3. Let's proceed at row 4. At row 4, column B, input negative 2. At row 4, column C, input 9. At row 4, column D, input 9. Let's do the formula. We set apart the column for the formula so we can identify it clearly. At row 1, column F, input A times B. At row 2, column F, input B times C. At row 3, column F, input A times C. At row 5, column F, input magnitude A. Don't forget the symbols because it's important. At row 6, column F, input magnitude B. At row 7, column F, input magnitude C. Now, we can input the formulas to get the value of the dot product on the given. At row 1, column G, input the formula equals open parenthesis B2 times B3 plus C2 times C3 plus D2 times D3 close parenthesis. The output is negative 5. At row 2, column G, input the formula equals open parenthesis B3 times B4 plus C3 times C4 plus D3 times D4 close parenthesis. The output is 7. At row 3, column G, input the formula equals open parenthesis B2 times B4 plus C2 times C4 plus D2 times D4 close parenthesis. The output is 3. Let's do the magnitude A, B, and C. At row 5, column G, input the formula equals square root open parenthesis B2 squared plus C2 squared plus D2 squared close parenthesis. The output is 9.69536. At row 6, column G, input the formula equals square root open parenthesis B3 squared plus C3 squared plus D3 squared close parenthesis. The output is 7.071068. At row 7, column G, input the formula equals square root open parenthesis B4 squared plus C4 squared plus D4 squared close parenthesis. The output is 12.8841. Let us proceed to dot product application part A. At row 7, angle between vectors A and B, input the formula equals degrees A cosine G1 over the product of G5 and G6. The answer is 94.18243,763. At row 8, angle between vectors B and C, input the formula equals degrees A cosine G2 over the product of G6 and G7. The answer is 34.74757861. At row 9 angle between vectors A and C, input the formula equals degrees A cosine G3 over the product of G5 and G7. The answer is 88.62384,398. For dot product application B, at the orthogonal component of vector A to B and vice versa, input the formula equals G1 over G6. The answer is negative 0.7071067781. In the next column, input the formula equals G1 over G5. The answer is negative 0.5157100623. At the orthogonal component of vector B to C and vice versa, input the formula equals G1 over G7. The answer is 5.6658988838. In the next column, input the formula equals G1 over G6. The answer is 10.3237591. At the orthogonal component of vector A to C and vice versa, input the formula equals G3 over G7. The answer is 0.2328455158. In the next column, input the formula equals G3 over G5. The answer is 0.30942637.
Let's go on cross product. For vectors A and B, at row 21, column C, input the formula equals parenthesis C2 times D3 close parenthesis minus parenthesis D2 times C3 parenthesis and hit the enter key. The answer is 45. In the same row, at column D, input the formula equals parenthesis B2 times D3 close parenthesis minus parenthesis D2 times B2 close parenthesis and hit the enter key, and the answer is negative 21. At the next column, E, input the formula equals parenthesis B2 times C3 close parenthesis minus parenthesis C2 times B3 close parenthesis and hit the enter key, and the answer is 47. Now, let's solve for the magnitude. To get the magnitude, we need to input the formula equals ABS or ABS, or stands for absolute value, parenthesis, square root, parenthesis, and parenthesis, C21, close parenthesis, and raised to 2 plus parenthesis D21 raised to 2 plus parenthesis E21 raised to 2 close parenthesis for square root close parenthesis for the absolute value close parenthesis. Now, we get the answer of 68.37. Now, to get the unit vector at row 22, column C, input the formula equals C21 divided by F21. The answer is 0.65. In the same row, at column D, input the formula equals D21 F21 over F21, and the answer is negative 0.31. At the next column, at column E, input the formula equals parenthesis E21 slash or divide F21. The answer is 0.69. Now, let's go back at the cross product at row 15 and input the formula equals C22 and quotation mark I minus open parenthesis quotation mark and D22 and quotation mark J close parenthesis plus quotation mark and E22 and quotation mark K and close quotation mark, and we get the answer of 0.66 I minus open parenthesis minus 0.31 J parenthesis plus 0.69 K. For vectors B and C, at row 23, column C, input the formula equals parenthesis C3 times D4 close parenthesis minus D3 times C4 close parenthesis and hit the enter and you get the answer of 9. In the same row at column D, input the formula equals parenthesis B3 times D4 close parenthesis minus parenthesis D3 times B4 close parenthesis, and the answer is negative 39. Now, for the next column, column E, input the formula equals parenthesis B3 times C4 close parenthesis minus parenthesis C3 times B4 close parenthesis, and the answer is negative 37. Now, that's all for the magnitude. To get this, we have formula equals ABS parenthesis square root parenthesis C23 close parenthesis raised to 2 plus parenthesis D3 close parenthesis plus E23 raised to 2 parenthesis, and we have the value of 54.51 for its magnitude. Now, to get the unit vector of ijk at row 24, column C, we need to input the formula P23 slash F23, and the answer is 0.1651. In the same row, at column D, input the formula equals T23 divide F23, and the answer is negative 0.7155. At the next column E, input the formula equals T23 slash F23. The answer is negative 0.67. Now, let's go back to the cross product at row 16 and input the formula equals C23 and quotation I minus open parenthesis quotation and D23 and quotation J parenthesis plus quotation and E23 and quotation K and quotation, and we have the answer of 0.1651 I plus 0.7155 J minus 0.6788 K. For vectors A and C, at row 25, column C, input the formula equals parenthesis C2 times D4 close parenthesis minus parenthesis D2 times C4, and the answer is 117. In the same row, at column D, input the formula equals parenthesis B2 times D4 close parenthesis minus parenthesis D2 times B4, close parenthesis, and the answer is 15. For the next column E, input the formula equals parenthesis B2 times C4 parenthesis minus open parenthesis C2 times B4 close parenthesis, and the answer is 41. Now, let's solve for the magnitude. Input the formula equals ABS open parenthesis square root parenthesis parenthesis and C25 parenthesis raised to 2 plus parenthesis D25 parenthesis and raised to 2 plus parenthesis E25 close parenthesis raised to 2 and close parenthesis and close parenthesis for the absolute value, and we get the answer of 124.8799. Now, to get the unit vector at row 26, column C, input the formula equal C25 slash or divide 8F25, and the answer is 0.9369. In the same row at column D, put the formula equals D25 slash EBF parenthesis F25 parenthesis, and the answer is 0.12. And now, at the next column E, input the formula equal parenthesis E25 slash F25 close parenthesis and hit the enter key, and the answer is 0.3283. Now, let's go back at the cross product at row 17 and input the formula equals C26 and quotation mark I minus parenthesis quotation mark and D26 and quotation mark J parenthesis plus quotation mark and E26 and quotation mark K quotation mark, and we get the answer 0.9369I minus 0.1201J plus 0.3283K.
In summary, we type in the given vector first, then we level each of them to avoid confusion. The first set is about the dot reduction application, part A, which will require the program to find the angle between the given vectors. We input the formula to perform the operation.
The second set is about the dot product application part B, which will require the program to solve for its orthogonal components and vice versa. Then we also provided the formula to perform the operation. The next part would be performing the cross product for the given vectors. This will allow the program to solve for the unit vector of each to get the final answers.
And that is all for our third laboratory in physics. We hope that our video is help to all of the viewers.
We all knows
The process of computing using Excel.
Thank you for watching!
Again, we are the Group 1 from BSCE 1B. Keep safe and stay hydrated.
Kabarks, I hope you learned from that video. Now, see you on our next activities. Thank you.